Thank you for joining me. We are at the Corner Cafe, which is on the corner of Brown Avenue and Cumberland. And I'll tell you why we're here. We're here because the city of Morristown are full of ordinances that are just totally insane and crazy. If most of you have seen my videos from the farmers market in Morristown, and how on Saturdays, and now they started on Wednesdays, we have ministries out helping the people that need help. Anybody can come and show up. There's no questions asked. Now, let me get to the problem here. They were kicked out of the farmers market and required to go through and have insurance of $500,000 with the city of Morristown as an additionally insured. They're required to fill out a permit and pay for that permit just so that they can come out here and help the needy. Now, the rules in the ordinance states farmers and solicitors. These are ministries. They don't fall under either of those categories, but they were kicked out. We are going to go ahead and we're going to speak to a lady that was there when the cops showed up at the farmers market on Wednesday.
Hello. So we pulled up and we were immediately stopped and told we could not be in the farmers market. We could not even walk through the farmers market because there was a new brewery opening up and and we weren't allowed. So I asked if we were allowed to park or set up on the little grassy area, and we were told to get permission from the business owner. So I sent my daughter in, we got permission, everything was fine, we set up. A little bit later, a city official came through and said, "Don't you guys usually set up the farmers market?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Hold on." So he made a phone call, came back to us and said, "Nope, you guys can't be here." He said, "You gotta have a permit, and you're gonna have to file for a permit through the Chamber of Commerce," is what he told us. And then,
do you happen to know the person that came out there? Did you get a business card, a name, or a department that they work for?
The city. They work for the city.
They just work for the city.
They were driving the white trucks that work for the city.
Did it say code enforcement on the side?
It did not.
It did not say code enforcement.
It did not.
Okay. So they told you that you had to pack up and leave.
That particular one just told us that we had to get a permit.
That you had to get a permit.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you towards the end of the day, or?
And then Denny spoke with the last one.
As we were like, about 30 minutes from leaving, we were putting all our stuff together. Another cop showed up. This policeman told me that a city administrator had told him that he needed to come out and get us to go. And he said, "Well, I guess because y'all are packing up, we'll just let it go for now."
Okay.
So I began to ask questions about where we could be. And one thing he said that the green area was a park and citizens could use it as a park. But we could not have a gathering there. Our gathering was against the law.
Okay, so you all heard that. So even though our city tax dollars paid to build these parks, they pay to mow the grass, maintain them, the citizens pay every portion and every part of those parks from the beginning to current. And they're restricting people from utilizing those parks. If the public is allowed to be there, then anybody should be able to utilize that area. Now, the parks do have rentals of pavilions and pavilion spaces, but like I mentioned, for the farmers market, the rules and ordinance strictly says for farmers and solicitors. It does not say for anybody that's in a ministry, anybody looking to help, anybody giving anything away. They're not advertising anything, and they're not looking to get anything back in return. So we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper We have a couple more other people that would like to speak as well.
Hi, I'm Reverend Melanie Green from Asheville, North Carolina. I came down here to help my friend. I've been a friend of Denny's since high school. And I see the love and the effort that she puts into having this for these people. And a lot of these people are homeless, they're poor, they don't have anything. And instead of trying to help them as a community, they're wanting to charge for the space to help them in. And, you know, we're told by Heavenly Father in Proverbs 14:31 that if you oppress the poor, you reproach your Maker. And they really, really need to keep in mind that there's a big difference in somebody who's there selling things and making a profit and somebody that's putting their heart and soul into helping people that literally have nothing.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. You'd like to say something?
Sure. I just an open invitation to anybody that wants to either give. You're more than welcome to reach out. We pick up donations. Any one of us is free through the week at different points in times, but we could get together with donations or any monetary donations as well. This will continue. We're looking for placement as far as permanent placement. Until then, we're going to be here, and we're thankful to Donna at the Corner Cafe for providing us with the means to keep these meals warm. That's very important to somebody, you know, on these streets that doesn't have a warm meal, but the few times that, you know, we're able to provide, and then Jeff Davis with his church, and then daily bread through the week. But, you know, as a community, guys, we really need to be doing more, and we really need to be the voice for these people and speak about the things that are unjust and not right. We're all just one decision away from being homeless or being needy ourselves, and, you know, we just have to really humble ourselves enough to see that they're people just like us, and they're somebody's children, somebody's son, daughter, and God will honor a giving, cheerful heart. So it's just important to keep that in mind. And we love you guys. We thank you all for just considering, you know, everything that we do, and we're just trying to give Jesus all the glory.
We thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
So this is the Corner Cafe parking lot. I told you it was on the corner of Brown and Cumberland. Next time you're going to come on out and you're going to eat lunch, come and support them. They're out here giving their parking lot for the use, and that means a lot, especially when the city is trying to restrict them on being able to help. We need to stand up. We need to make a difference. In 2 weeks, on the 16th of March at 5 p.m., the city has their council meeting. Show up, voice your concerns. If you have other concerns, voice them. If you all don't show up, they're going to continue to get away with everything that they're doing. The ordinances that they have and they make are crazy. The amount of money that they waste is absurd. You have to show up. Call the mayor. Let him know if his phone continues to ring constantly with people opposing what's going on within our area, he's going to get tired of answering that phone. If people email him, he's going to get tired of looking at those emails. The commissioner or the council members, voice your opinion to them. Their phone number, their email address, it's all listed on the Morristown website. You have to tell them how you feel, otherwise they continue to just do as they want, and they can't continue to do that. It's a big deal. We're going to dig a lot deeper into this. I know there's a couple of people here that want to also say something and voice their concerns. We'll step on over here. Let's see what she has to say.
I know that the public parks are supposed to be public, and what they're doing right now is they're letting certain people be at the parks and they're throwing everybody else out. I thought it was for the public, not just for certain people. And what they're doing wrong is no one's allowed to sit there but who they pick. And I don't think that's right.
So they're picking and choosing who can stay and who can go at the park. And if things don't change, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set it up, and we're going to video record a whole transaction that happens between the Morristown PD or any of the government officials that want to come out, and we are going to video record them actually kicking these people out of the park so that everybody can see this. Anybody who shops at the farmer's market or plans on shopping at the farmer's market, I don't want to say don't support those local farmers, but those local farmers are paying in to be there, and they're paying a unrealistic price to be there when it's meant for just anybody who wants to set up and sell crafts that they've made at their home or any gardening or anything like that, and they can't do it. It's basically there and built for farmers and for anybody who has a business that wants to sell something on a regular basis that doesn't have a brick and mortar shop. Okay? That's not what the farmers market intentions were originally for. If they were, then they should have just made a flea market. We're not talking about a flea market, guys. Even flea markets, you don't have to have insurance. You pay for your table. Some of them have tax requirements and stuff. But the restrictions here are just absurd. We need to stand up, not just for this cause, but if we don't start standing up, everything is going to gradually get tighter and tighter until we get pushed out of everywhere, until our laws that our own public officials are breaking constantly and are being violated. We're going to be the ones that pay for that. Every lawsuit that the city has or the county has, we the people end up paying that price. They don't care. They milk it out. And I'll tell you that from experience. They're doing nothing but wasting money when they're going to end up paying in the run anyways. So please show your support. I'm not sure if there's anybody else here that wants to say anything. Oh, she's got another thing she wants to say.
One of the things that I did not mention is in the paperwork, it says that we can have nothing religious there. If we even got the permit, we still would not be able to say anything religious.
So they're violating the constitutional right of not allowing religious people to assemble. That's in the Constitution. That's not a law. That's not an ordinance. And no law, no ordinance trumps our Constitution. So we'll have to see how this plays out, guys. We may end up having a civil lawsuit against them if they don't want to step it up and do what's right and what's proper. And that's no problem at all. Lawsuits against the city are cheap. They don't cost that much, especially when it's something as simple as this. Anybody can go and file that fee and let them battle it out. Let them spend the money. Let them do what they want to do. But we have to start forcing them to make the right decisions, because obviously they're too dumb to make those decisions on their own. That's blunt. That's plain and simple. They're not here for the people. They're here for their own causes, and that's disrespectful to everybody in our community. We pay taxes for a reason. We abide by their rules as much as we can, and this is the way that people that try to help other people get treated. We need to do something. You need to do something. If you guys sit there, you're watching my videos, I know you're on the internet. Look up the city of Morristown, the mayor's email address, email them, Tony Cox, the administrator, anybody that you want. Just get those emails out. Don't just be a keyboard warrior. Get out there, speak your mind where you can make a difference, because nobody on the internet cares. Nobody listens. They just put their 2 cents in and move on. You have to get those words, those thoughts, those feelings out to the people that's going to make the biggest difference. Let's take a walk around. We thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you're doing. Would you like to say something? Anybody want to say something?
All praise to Jesus Christ. All praise to Jesus Christ.
All praise to Jesus Christ. So remember, we are at the Corner Cafe on the corner of Brown and Cumberland. Come show your support. Let's see what hours they are open. And they also deliver with Grubhub. So if you can't get out, but you want something to eat, so they are closed on Sundays, but they are open Monday through Saturday. Those are the hours. Come and check them out. 1003 Cumberland Ave, Corner Cafe. Here's the phone number if you'd like to place your order. They serve good food, not fast food. I've eaten here a couple of times. It has been a while, and the food was good. I had no issues with the food at all. No issues with the service. They were good people. I really don't know why I haven't been back here, to be honest with you, but I will definitely be more of a patron to them. So I thank you all for watching this Lakeway Audits video. I appreciate the support of everyone. I appreciate the support of my subscribers from day one. I appreciate all the new subscribers. That subscriber count every day, it keeps going up and up and up. That means I'm reaching people, but you guys need to share this. Share these videos. Tell your friends at work. Look up Lakeway Audits. Facebook them, let them know, hey, you guys need to check out these videos. I'm out. We're doing all types of stuff. Nobody else is bringing you this type of information in Hamilton County or Morristown or the Lakeway area. I am showing you at the front, hitting the pavement, what these government employees are doing, our officials, the way they're acting, how the mayor is making a mandate to wear masks, but I've never met him face to face with him having a mask on. So that just goes to show you that what kind of tyranny we're up against. And it's not all of them, okay? It's not all of them. But the good ones are outshined by the bad ones. That's the way it always works. The good ones are always outshined by the bad ones. And you can relate to that. When you look up a review on a restaurant or on anything, most people don't look at the 5 stars, the 4 stars. They want to know the 3 stars, the 2 stars, the 1 star. They want to know the people's complaints. And that's usually what ends up going on those reviews, is complaints. More complaints than the good. Okay, the good never really gets appreciated, but the ones that do what's wrong, the ones that have their own agenda, look at the meetings, watch the meetings. There's commissioners from the county, there's city councilmen. They ask no questions at the meetings. They don't voice their opinions at the meetings. They are not there for the people. They are there just to say, yes, I approve of your vote, spend that money, pass that law, pass that ordinance. They don't ask any questions. And that was mentioned at the very end of the meeting on March the 2nd. It's on my page. It's part 2. Watch that. They even state that nobody has ever been out there to ask anybody their feelings, their thoughts, their ideas, how it's going to affect them. And now that somebody brought it up, they're going to go out there and they're going to do that. Okay? Our commissioners and our mayor are trying to build a $75 million plus jail facility that the sheriffs in our own areas, local to us, have said that the layout that they have is not the layout that they would go with. That's not the layout that their jails have. And I went out and I asked the residents in that area, my oldest son and I, we spent 2 hours last week on Sunday going around knocking on doors, asking the residents whether or not they were aware of a multi-story jail being built on the same property that the current jail is on. Most of them had no clue at all that there was even going to be a jail built, let alone over there, nor the size, okay? They don't know, so they can't voice their opinions. The government's been hiding this stuff. They start their meetings at 5 o'clock so that people who work that can't be there at 5 o'clock can't get there, can't show up, so they're not being heard. And the other people that I knocked on the doors, they were totally against it. Once they knew what was going to be there, they said that some of them said they were going to show up to the meeting, voice their concerns. I had one couple, they said that they weren't going to be able to make the meeting. They went ahead and they emailed a letter to be read over there, and we'll see if their commissioner will read that letter out in the meeting for everybody to hear. And if he actually is man enough, he will. We're going to see if he actually does or doesn't. And then we will see the way all the other commissioners react to the signatures that I got. And whether or not there's a difference that is going to be made. They're leaving the commissioners that are against it out of emails. I found out. You already know that they leave our own sheriff out. And I know some of those commissioners watch my videos. And I'm going to request at the next meeting on Thursday for the commissioners to watch my interviews that I did with the other surrounding sheriffs. Jefferson County, Greene County. I wasn't able to do a sit down with Hawkins County, but he did reply back with his answers, and I read those, so you will have to check those out. I will get the Hawkins County uploaded probably tomorrow or so. I've got a lot of footage that I've taken, and I don't want to bombard everybody to sit down and watch a bunch of videos at once. So I'm spreading them out, but that is a good video. And you'll see the tyranny that I came across over there and how they treated me with the camera. But please, you have to voice your concerns. Every day it gets harder and harder and tighter and tighter. And if you like what you are dealing with and you like the negative changes that we have been going through over the years, and you want, it's harder to get them to reverse something than it is to get them to originally say no. And we have to make them say no to the things we don't want, because once it happens, it's hard. It's very difficult. You heard, there's going to be a private meeting at the Chamber of Commerce between two people this week. So how is that going to play out? How is that going to play out? We're going to have to see. Hey, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I know the one guy that watches all my videos and gives it a thumb down. We're going to make a video on him one day. I tried to catch him twice, and he's scurried away before I could get to him. So we're going to pinpoint him. I don't care that it gives negatives. It doesn't affect anything about YouTube at all. YouTube doesn't care about negatives, thumbs downs, comments. They don't care about none of that stuff. Okay? So he's trying to hurt me or whatever. I don't care. The more thumbs down I end up getting, the more I know I'm affecting people where it counts, and that's what it's about. The ones that give me a thumbs up, I appreciate all of you, because not only are you here for me, but you're here for the people, and you're showing that. But comments are where it's at. Leave your comments, voice your concerns, so people can see that and they can relate to it, and then show up at these meetings. Thank you all. Have a great week.